Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to install OpenWRT on router. Let's get started. Before we dive in, if you're looking for a reliable, hassle-free VPN that just works without any complicated setups, I highly recommend NordVPN. It offers a simple subscription with incredibly fast speeds, top-tier security, and works seamlessly for streaming and browsing. Try it for 30 days using the link below in the description. The first and most critical step in this entire process is to correctly identify your router. Not just the model, but the specific hardware version. This is because the same model of router can have different internal components across different production runs, and flashing the wrong firmware can permanently break your device. You will find this information on a sticker, usually on the bottom or back of the router. For my TP-Link router here, the model number is clearly listed. And right next to it, you'll see the hardware version, which in my case is v9.3.3. Write both of these down accurately, as you will need them in the It sounds like a kind of scratch tool, Pro's TP-Link writer. Now, with your model and hardware version noted, it's time to download the correct OpenWRT firmware. Open any web browser on your computer and navigate to the official OpenWRT website. This is the safest source for your files. Use the website's search function or table to locate your specific router model. You will be presented with a list of available firmware files. It is absolutely vital that you select the file that matches your hardware version exactly. For my v9.3 router, I am choosing the corresponding factory image file. This is the initial file used to install OpenWRT over the stock firmware. Go ahead and download this factory image, and I recommend saving it to your desktop so it's easy to find. Before we begin the physical setup, a very important warning. The flashing process is delicate. A power failure or interruption during the next steps can render your router unusable, so ensure you have a stable power connection. Now, let's prepare the hardware connection. You need to create a direct, isolated network between your computer and the router. Take an Ethernet cable and connect one end to your computer's network port. Now, look at the back of your router. You will see several ports. You must plug the other end of the cable into one of the yellow LAN ports. It is crucial that you do not connect anything to the blue or black internet port, often labeled WAN. Now, this isolation is necessary because if the router gets an internet connection from another source, it can interfere with the flashing process. Once the Ethernet cable is securely connected to a LAN port, you can now plug the router's power adapter into the wall outlet and turn it on. With the router powered on and connected to your computer, open a web browser on your computer. In the address bar, you need to type the default IP address of your router to access its stock administration panel. For many TP-Link routers, this address is 192.168.0.1. Press Enter, and a login page should appear. The default username and password are often both admin in all lowercase letters. After you log in, your first action should be to protect yourself. Navigate through the menus to find the System Tools or Administration section. Inside, wait for an option named Backup, Save Configuration, or something similar. Click this and save the backup file to your computer. This file is your escape route, allowing you to restore the router to its original state if anything goes wrong, or if you simply want to go back. Now, find the Firmware Update section. It is often under System Tools and might be called Firmware Upgrade. Click on the button that says Choose File or Browse. A file selection window will open. Navigate to your desktop and select the OpenWRT factory image file you downloaded earlier. Once the file is selected, click the Upgrade or Upload button to begin the process. The router will now start installing OpenWRT. This will take several minutes. You will see a progress bar, and the router's light will likely blink erratically. This is in force. You will know where to catch the cost. I'm not saying I will know where to go. It is extremely important that you do not disconnect power. or interrupt the router in any way during this installation. When it's complete, the router will automatically reboot, and your browser will probably show a page not found. Error, which is expected. To access your newly installed OpenWRT system, you need to return to your web browser. The IP address has likely changed. Try entering 192.168.1.1.1 and press Enter. You should now see the OpenWRT login screen. By default, there is no password set. You can usually just click the login button, or the system may immediately prompt you to create a new password for the root user. Congratulations! You have successfully replaced your router's stock firmware with OpenWRT. You now have a powerful, open-source operating system that gives you unparalleled control of your network. You can install a huge range of free packages for advanced features like a robust VPN client, sophisticated ad blocking, detailed traffic monitoring, and quality of service controls. Now, while OpenWRT is fantastic for running a VPN client directly on your router, the manual configuration can be complex and time-consuming. For a more streamlined, reliable, and high-speed VPN solution that is incredibly easy to set up, I highly recommend using a premium service like NordVPN. It takes the hustle out of the process and offers excellent security and performance. Check out the link in the description below to try NordVPN at a great price.